Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Allison and I make cleaning and lifestyle videos at least twice a week. Today I'm going to be cleaning my basement, which as I can show you here is a gigantic mess. I haven't cleaned it in probably 6 months. I really hate cleaning the basement because I hate spiders and there's always at least one spider in my basement, so I've really let it go. So I'm going to be doing a massive clean today of the basement. You can just see I have all kinds of mess left over from various projects and things down here that I need to pick up, and I just need to give it a big cleaning. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. And now I'm just going to start the clean here. I'm going to speed things up a little bit for you. And we're going to start with picking up the tarp. I had this tarp down when I was painting my dresser, so it's time to pick up the mess. It's just been down here for a few days. And now I've got my little vacuum. I'm just going to run it while I'm cleaning, so the floor will be clean when it's time to mop everything up. And I'm just sort of picking up the miscellaneous things that are on the ground and moving things around a little bit. Try to declutter. And I'm going to dust. I usually like to start cleaning with dusting because it knocks all the cobwebs and dust down to the floor, and the vacuum can pick it up. So, it really gets cobwebby up in the basement, so it's a little extra difficult to get everything clean. Make sure I don't miss any spots here. You can really see up here where I'm getting in at the spaces. And also get around the window. They always seem to collect in the window areas. And now I'm just going to pick up some more clutter that's just down here, throw away trash. And now I'm just going to try to straighten this up a little bit. My CD collection. Oops, I dropped some CDs. So I'm going to start picking those up. Although halfway through picking them up, I actually discovered there was a spider, so I very quickly got out of the area. And just left a few down there. I'll pick those up later when the spider is gone. Now I'm just taking out my recycling containers, where I put my cardboard recyclables. I'll take those to the recycling center later today. And I'm just cleaning the random junk that ended up on my little bench. There's a lot of just like winter hats and gloves and things that just sort of got left down here. I'm going to pick those up. And I'm going to just keep decluttering. This area is great at catching all the clutter. It's nice to have storage, but it catches anything I don't know where to go. It ends up in this spot. It always ends up being a huge mess, so I'm going to try to declutter it today. It is very handy though. I like having a little cubby hole for all my odds and ends. It's where I keep my tools. And I've got all these plastic grocery bags. I don't know how I have so many because I really don't even use plastic grocery bags very often. Most of the time I use my reusable ones. Once in a while I will forget and use the plastic, but somehow I just accumulated a ton of plastic bags. So I put those inside the other bags and we'll keep them down here. The occasional need for a plastic bag. There's some odd pictures and things that somehow ended up down here. I'll take those up to my picture area later. And I'm just going to wipe down my little bench now that all the clutter is off of it. And this area is, I'm going to just be emptying the dehumidifier first. Really not cleaning, but it needed to be emptied, so we'll empty that out. It helps keep the humidity under control in the basement, otherwise it gets very wet down there. This is clutter that belongs actually to a friend of mine, since he's storing down here, so I'm kind of just trying to stack it a little bit better so it's not taking quite so much floor space up. She has her tires down here, so I'm going to just try to stack them all together. Give me a little bit more floor room, make it look a little nicer in this corner of the basement. And I'm getting rid of a few things, and now we're gonna de-cobweb this side of the basement. You can see there's another clutter pile over here. I'm gonna be tackling. Also, I moved the tarp over here to wash it off. So I washed it, but when I pulled it off, it got water all over the floor, as you can see here. So I'm taking it upstairs, and I'm going to clean up the water that I spilled when I moved the tarp out of the sink. And now I'm just sort of looking through the stuff to figure out where I want to put it. There's some storage back behind here that's a little less noticeable, so I'm moving some of these things back to the storage area behind the cabinets. And some of this I'm actually just going to put into these drawers. You can see I have quite a bit stored in here already. There's some craft supplies in there. Got an old computer monitor that I'm going to get rid of. It's just sitting down here. I don't do anything with it. I've got these old window air conditioning units that I'm not really sure what to do with them. They're just sitting down here. I have central air at this place, so I don't need the window units anymore. I might sell them, I don't know. But they're just sitting down here for now. I also noticed there were some cobwebs at the base of the cabinet, so I'm just going to wipe off the cabinets with a little duster. And now I'm going to continue to mop up the water from the tarp that I spilled. And putting away the footstool. And now I'm just going to be cleaning out the sink here. This is a utility sink. I had my old painting supplies just sitting in there, so I'm just picking those up. And I'm going to just spray it down really quickly, give it a good squirt with some cleaner. I'm not too worried about getting this perfect because it is a utility sink. It doesn't really need to look neat and clean. It just needs to be functional. But I got it clean. And now I'm going to be mopping the floor in here. When I first moved in, I was cleaning the basement about once a month, and I would come down here and sweep and mop. And I got lazy, so I need to get back into my monthly basement mopping habit. Definitely makes a big difference on how it feels. Basements, even when they're clean, they never really look clean to me unless it's a finished basement, but I did want it to be at least a little nicer looking than it was when we started out clean. That little thing in the corner is just a handheld vacuum. I use it to clean the stairs going up to the basement, so I like to leave it plugged in whenever I need to vacuum something up very quickly. And when I'm mopping the basement, I usually just kind of put a lot of water on the floor. Usually I'm careful with water in the kitchen, but when the basement, I don't care as much if the floor gets wet, so I put a lot of water on the floor and kind of just slosh it around as best as I can. Let me know if you have any tips for cleaning your basement down below. I'm curious to know what other people do if they have to clean the basement. Getting the side all mopped and cleaned out. And this is the finished basement area after I have cleaned and straightened everything. It's a huge improvement over what it looked like before. Still have a few things I need to do, but it's definitely a lot better. See, there's a lot less clutter. This is the one side where I just mopped. The floor's still a little bit shiny from the water. I actually spilled, I didn't get it on camera, but I actually knocked over the cactus and spilled some dirt, so I'm going to pick that up once the floor is dry. Over here, I also cleaned the litter boxes, but the camera shut off while I was cleaning the litter boxes, so I didn't get that on camera. This is this side. I still have a junk pile, but it's a little bit more under control over here. And here's the cat area. So thanks for helping me clean my basement today. I'm so glad you're here. Thanks for coming by, and I hope you all have a beautiful day today. Bye-bye!